This is QCC alum David Russell along with Joe Massey. The women's alumni game about to begin. No doubleheader today, just the new team taking on the alumni.
And that'll be interesting because usually they're a little tuckered out after the first game, so we'll see them all fresh now.
No, last week some of the men's alumni were, I don't want to say complaining, but it's tough when you play against the alumni and then you have to get right back at it against a fresh team, as the alumni win the opening tip. And Latasha Harris misses, and then dribbles out with it. Game just underway. Go inside, tipped around and taken away by the Lady Tigers. Nicole Chavez. Queensborough's women trying to get a few more wins than last year.
Yeah, they can use a few more, and they had great success before that.
Antonia Brown puts it in. Herbie misses. Second chance for the alumni. Ludacey Gonzalez misses. And then Ward, I think, dribbled it off her leg and out of bounds.
Was it actually designed to be like this, just the one game right from the get-go, or that not enough girls showed up, or it was designed like that?
I believe this was the way they had it. Latasha Harris hits the three. We saw that during her time at QCC.
Yeah, we did.
And traveling is called. Here's some of the things you look at this year. Don't turn the ball over as much, and you got to make from the free throw line.
Absolutely. You have to, you got to make from the free throw line. Both teams, the men and the women, have both had their problems with that. Here's playing a zone, Dave.
Marva Dudley Adams, a high arcing three, is off the mark. Chavez tried to do a little nifty dribbling and had taken away, but got it back. And loses it again. Harris trying to chase it down, and it goes out of bounds. Ball to the alumni.
We're missing a lot of the storied alumni today, the girls who really cranked it up here for several seasons. And
there are a lot of good ones coming through. Kiara Bryant.
Yep.
Or Shantana Kanoy, always liked watching. Candija Carroll. We have a
whole lot of them. There's a tie-up. They went to the floor, so they're hustling early on here.
David Chambers coaching Queensborough and Ben McCamry coaching the alumni. Might be calling a few timeouts today and get his girls a few breathers with only 5 on the court.
Might be.
A few minutes before game time, there were only like 2 alumni here. That pass is turned over. And teams trade turnovers. Ward, see who went off last. Ball stays with QCC. Alumni winning 3-2, 3.5 minutes into the first quarter.
Ball will be thrown in from underneath the basket as they're getting an explanation over at the table there.
Figuring out the clock. And a double dribble. Rachel Johnson. I think we may have a more competitive game than you sometimes get with the alumni not being a little winded from facing each other.
You got to look at what the younger ladies can do anyway. So they're going to be on the court this year, and
Herbie misses a shot. Had a nice pass from Gonzalez. Little over 4 minutes into the first quarter. Reva Ward, it's a 3, and it's good. Ward from downtown, and it's 5-3 QCC.
The regular QCC.
The new QCC. Irby, baseline jumper, too long. Ward up ahead to Chavez. Chavez up and under, no good. And around the offensive board, Chavez's shot, no good. And tipped to Dudley Adams, who had it taken away. Ayala got the hand in, and Chavez hits a 3.
She's been doing that on occasion, and she's going to be good to look at this year. She's an exciting young player.
Harris, double teamed outside. Gonzalez jumper, short. Chavez a rebound. And we'll slow it up with nothing but dark jerseys in front of her. Well, fake and traveling is called on Ayala.
A little bit of a fake there, but she got caught up. She was moving her feet before she put the ball down there on the floor.
So an 8-3 lead for Queens Rome. We've seen a few of those turnovers in the first 6 minutes here that they could cut down on during the regular season. Harris a 3, and it's good. Latasha Harris with all 6 points for the Alumni.
2 3-pointers she's hit.
Ward thought about the 3. Pass Brown. Put it on the floor. She got it back out to Chavez, who takes a 3, and it's off the mark. Here's an offensive board by Brown. Ward will take a 3 and miss. And Irby with the rebound and starting a 2-on-1. Irby taking it herself. Counted on the foul. Naija Irby off glass.
Yeah, she was not to be denied. She went all the way, put it into overdrive there, and drew the foul and hit the basket. Ties up the ball game.
Irby can't finish the 3-point play, but Gonzalez is there, and it turns into a 4-point play. And a timeout called by Queensboro. David Chambers with the timeout after seeing the Alumni roll off 7 straight points.
That's how quickly it can turn into a 4-point play. You don't box out, then the ball bounces down on the court, pick it up, scoop it up, put it in. And 4 quick points right there.
Sometimes a younger team, you become spectators on the free throws.
Sometimes we all become spectators. But 10-8.
Nice competitive game.
Guests have moved ahead now. The Alumni have moved ahead. They've moved on and they've moved ahead. We'd like to see what some of those fine Queensboro players ended up. Maybe a couple of them playing somewhere anyway.
Never know where you'll find them. They might be at one of the CUNYs, the 4-year CUNYs, or even
I thought
D2.
maybe Kanoy was going to do something, and have
She
to
went to
check
Malloy.
into that. She went to Kanoy Malloy.
Yeah. I don't think that's why she picked it, but
It
it's
goes together, so there's nothing wrong with it. Once again, Dave, we have another 70-something degree day here.
This is great, isn't it? Usually I come
I
and
like
see
the
it.
cold weather.
Do you like the cold?
Yeah. But
Do you see the World Series is beginning
you
in
don't
Los
have to-
Angeles
you don't have
Tuesday.
to struggle when you come out here anyway. What?
World Series beginning in
World
LA
Series.
Tuesday. It's supposed to be about 100 degrees.
Oh, boy.
And I know it's
Yeah.
Los Angeles. I get that, but still
Yeah,
late
but
October.
that's ridiculous. Yep.
And if the Yankees win, they'll go back to the Bronx, where it will be about half of that. As Chavez misses a 3.
Hell, back in the grand old days, the season would be over. Everything would be over already, just about.
World Series Game 7 would be around now. Hasn't
Yeah.
even begun yet. Gonzalez a jumper. And Johnson there with the rebound.
You like watching it, but you have to wonder if they're playing too many playoff games now. Yeah, it's too many.
Three-pointer is short. And Chavez in with the offensive board and missed that shot. Some people want the first round of the playoffs to be longer. I mean, I don't need Thanksgiving baseball.
No.
I like baseball, but I don't need it that much.
I think maybe they should get rid of one round. Just get rid of it. And then, unfortunately, the Yankees wouldn't even be in the tournament this year. There's a foul, another foul, as that was taken hard to the basket.
Latasha Harris trying to finish a three-point play. Harris took a lot of threes when she played her, but she could also get to the basket.
Well, she's kind of big, as you can see, and she uses her power to get there. Now you got a four-point lead.
I think Johnson stepped on the line. Here's something David Chambers can make note of. Hey, they missed a free throw. Let's get the rebound. They'll make it a 4-point possession. And they lost track of Irby underneath. 14-8 Alumni. All of a sudden, it's an 11-0 run. 1:40 to go in the first quarter.
Taking advantages of the gaps that are being available, and that ball got knocked away. I thought she got fouled a little bit, but they made no call on that.
Irby missed, and then there's a tie-up, and the ball will stay with the Alumni.
Well, the Alumni right now acting like Alumni, getting some easy baskets, taking advantage of some holes in the Queensboro ladies' defense there.
Just figuring out the shot clock and running it down a bit. And the game clock is running. Pass was tipped and it's turned over. Nicole Chavez slows it down. She knows not to force it too much. She sees the dark jerseys in front of her and she'll reset. Sometimes we see people eager and they throw the whole set out.
Well, she had a lot of experience last year. She probably was as close as they had to a point guard on the team. Getting under the minute mark here. Very fast-moving first quarter as they play quarters here.
Harris, a high arcing three is good.
That is her third three. And she had a follow before, so she is definitely leading the scoring.
11 points for Latasha Harris. And Harris, a long pass up ahead. And Chavez broke it up.
She tried to get that outlet pass up there, and a little too slow on it.
So Chavez broke it up, and Queensboro gets it back. Got to go. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hopefully Ward notices she's down to 5. And the buzzer sounded for shot clock violation. And now the first quarter ends.
Not only a shot clock violation, a quarter violation. She didn't...
That's strange, though. I think they forgot to reset the shot clock because there were 17 seconds when Queensboro got the ball. So there's no way it could have been a shot clock violation with 2 seconds left. We'll see if they give Queensboro the ball with 3 seconds left or something.
Now having quite a discussion right now about what to do and where to reset it. 3.4 is where they're going to put it. 3.4 seconds to work with here.
Good call by the refs to put the 3 seconds. It's funny, they're always looking at what fouls to call and turnover violations, and they don't forget about the clock.
You can get a pretty good shot up with that amount of time, but you got to work a little quickly. So
everybody's sitting on the bench like it's the end of the quarter, so I'm not sure. 14-0 run by the Alumni.
Yeah, they took advantage of the breakdowns in the in the young ladies' defense there, and not boxing out on particular occasions, and they built up a nice lead. It's 9-point lead.
So in baseball, Mo was Mariano Rivera. In basketball, it's momentum, though.
Yeah.
Once you get a few baskets, it could be tough to stop.
It sure can, and especially when the other team has more experience, and they're not going to let up on you because they're going to keep coming after those little weaknesses there. If you're playing a team of your own talent measure or year measure, they might not go back to the same thing again. They might get a little headstrong and try to go a different way. But these girls, they know, and they've played enough games. We're having a long delay here now.
About 11 points for Harris in the first quarter. Early MVP favorite.
She did a great job.
So now it says 10 minutes on the board, so I don't know. Are they just going to start with the second quarter?
So far, we haven't had much together here today. So, got to expect this.
So Chavez and Ward had 3 points apiece, and Brown had 2, the first basket of the game. The Alumni, it was Harris with 11, Irby with 4, and Gonzalez with 2.
We had to wait to get enough players. Now we have to wait for this log jam at the table there of officials to break up, and what they're discussing, I don't know.
I think do they have to add somebody to the roster, maybe?
I think everybody has that problem. Are we ready, gentlemen? We got to see Game 7 of the playoffs.
ALCS tonight, yeah, 8 o'clock. Not that I'm, looking or anything.
We have plenty of time.
So I guess Queensboro just lost that last possession at the end of the first quarter.
I guess so, because they were going to put it at 3.4 seconds, but they decided not to.
14-0 run, 2 touchdowns for the Alumni.
That's about what it amounted to. They had a lot of clear space there. And the current Tigers come out with, I think, basically the same squad, maybe one substitute. Well, we want to get a look at these ladies here and see what they can do. This is not their full squad, is it?
I'm not sure. You never know at this point of the season who's full,
it's early
cut,
yet. Yeah.
grades come back in.
Oh.
Little collision.
Ow.
Don't want anybody injured, especially a team of 5 players.
That was a little bit of a collision, is right. They ran into each other, almost smacked heads.
Irby hits the jumper. She always had that kind of set shot.
Yeah, like she's getting it ready. Hits another shot and gives her team an 11-point lead.
Kind of a throwback. You don't see set shots like that. (19-8) Alumni leading. First minute, second quarter. And the ball will go to QCC.
You would have been amazed to see a basketball game in the 40s or 50s. I mean, ball never touched the floor. Not a lot of dribbling. A lot of passing, In fact, I was down at Madison Square Garden, and on the big screen, I was watching a 1971 Knicks Celtic playoff game, 72, and the ball didn't touch the floor at all. They just kept passing the ball. I said, yeah, I forgot all about that. They didn't dribble very much.
That shot is off the mark. Golden State and San Antonio now probably play the best team ball.
Well, it's become. Let's face it. It's become a game that you stand out in more than you worry about winning now.
And there's a jumper from Brown, ending a 16-0 run.
19-10.
Yeah.
But let's face it, the coach has to keep his job too. So if you win, he's happy. He don't care. Back in those days, they'd give you a hard time even when they were winning.
Hey, there's a three-pointer. Deep one. 22-10.
That was a deep three-pointer is right. That was about 5 feet beyond the arc there. Well, the Alumni have had the better of things here, and obviously a 12-point lead.
There's Brown with the offensive board and a foul called.
Yeah, she was trying to make a move to get the ball away, got pushed from behind rather vigorously, and pushed by number 12 on the Alumni.
Sometimes that can be an issue with defending. You don't leave your feet and you just kind of swat at the ball.
She still claims she didn't commit the foul, though, and I think she has like a black line on her uniform when she hit the court. Got imprinted on there.
Johnson got it and puts up an air ball. Almost saved in, but it goes to the Alumni.
Well, they have to do a little better than that, David, if they're going to get back in this ball game now.
Mm-hmm.
And David Chambers had a few real good winning years here, but he is trying to get back some of the glory that they had. The coach of Queensboro.
No LaGuardia this year in the CUNY, so at least Queensboro will own Queens again as Gonzalez hits.
No LaGuardia, no other people.
24-10.
It's going to be a lot of no's.
Ward tried to get it to Johnson, but threw it to Irby, and Irby's going the other way. And Irby lays it in off glass. Timeout Queensboro. David Chambers wants a full timeout. 26-10.
She looked like Julius Irby on that. 26-10. And they ran, they rebounded, they hit the outside shot. The Alumni's having a good time. They're doing everything that they came here to do.
Wasn't expecting this one. It was 8-3 Queensboro. Think, all right, we got another good one in the works because we had two good men's games last week.
This is now bordering on a little bit of a blowout here. So
we're only 3.5 minutes into the second quarter, and they're already up 16.
The current Tigers are going to have to start to roar a little bit. They're over there, and David Chambers is in a crouching position trying to pencil out something for them, and we'll see what they come up with here.
There's that mix when you have the few second-year players and the few newcomers, and they've got to figure out how to play together.
It doesn't look like they figured it out to this point early in this game, so there's a lot to be desired. It's not that the Alumni are just running them off the court. The Alumni are just taking whatever is available in their they're hammering them with that three-pointer, too. So
until you make or miss a few threes, and that could be the difference between hanging around and all of a
sudden. Sometimes you have to get out and guard those threes, though. Harris had
she's hit 3 threes and has 11 so far.
And they got another one from someone else.
Yeah.
And Irby had a couple of outside shots she hit, and just now they hit another outside shot and lengthened the score. So it's been an accumulation of bad things for the Lady Tigers there.
You can't turn the ball over. That's the other thing. Their turnovers are leading to fast breaks. It's one thing to turn it over and they have to take it out.
Right now, with the team they have, too, David, they don't have really a lot of size either.
Ward took a long two. If they do get back in this game, I think Ward and Chavez will have to hit a number of threes. Irby up ahead, and I think Irby moved her feet. Is called for traveling, no basket.
She kind of tried to just jump up to another spot there and thought maybe she'd get away with it.
Here's a three-pointer. A high arcing three is no good and goes out of bounds.
No, so far they haven't come up with anything to offset what the weaknesses have been to this point. And as we stated, there have been a few of them. But it's very early, and there's going to be a lot of learning done by this squad. There's no doubt about it. And this is just an early learning experience. There's a pickoff underneath.
Marva Dudley Adams puts it in.
That's a typical Dudley Adams play right there.
I don't think that shot was meant as a pass, but it worked out perfectly.
She was ready for it under there.
And there's a three-pointer. 28-13. Well, if they get back in the game, I think it'll be with the three ball.
They have to hit a few of them, I would say, to get that score a little closer.
Harris got hit in the eye.
Wow, she got hit hard, too. I think she's hurt.
Now laughing it off a bit.
Maybe she's trying to get a little rest, too, in the meantime. But she did collide and got her bell rung a little bit.
That was good. That could have been worse. I think the worst
She's
injury...
not bleeding, and so that's good.
Gonzalez with the little fake.
Yeah,
Chavez hit the ground.
Yeah. Gonzalez doesn't want to go around people. She wants to go over people, and that call for the offensive foul there.
3-second violation. I think the worst injury I saw here, I was doing the game for Queensboro, and you were here with Sean Couch. Remember Jacqueline Torres broke her nose in a game.
Yeah,
she was on defense, and it was at that baseline, and she kind of stuck her head forward, and she got drilled in the face.
That's when they was playing for Bob DiNardo, I think. Right? No.
Yeah. That was the DiNardo year, yeah.
And then I think Jacqueline's father had something going with DiNardo, so I don't think he liked him all that much. So, you got a lot of different factors in a ball game. She was playing with that nose
she had the
cover.
face guard for a while. 28-15 after the free throws. Like sometimes the family members come here and they really give it to the coaches.
Yeah, I think it's hard to play with that face guard on because you can't see certain things,
It was one game where she missed a few shots and then she just threw the face
mask off. She was like a
off.
streak shooter, though,
There were days she might be 0 for 11 from 3. There were days she'd be 5 for 5, but she never stopped putting them up.
Never.
Harris, a long pass up ahead. There's a little fast break, and it's 30-15. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Chavez to Ward, and Ward blocked from behind, and Dudley Adams hammered her.
And she got all ball on that. They didn't call no personal foul on that because you could hear that up here the way she smacked that ball. And then they got a personal foul on that.
Dudley Adams is one of a few girls where when she committed a foul, they weren't cheap ones. They weren't reach-ins.
I don't think the foul was on the smack of the ball. I think it was because she hit her with her body when she did it.
Yeah.
And that's why they called it.
Because it did sound like all ball. Ward makes the first.
You need a little more out of Ward here, and she distributes the first free throw in the bucket. And so give it another touch there, and we'll see what happens.
Ward makes both. 30-17. Harris. Pass got to its target. The three-pointer almost banked in, but not quite. Nice bounce pass to Ward. Bounce pass to Chavez, who puts it in off glass.
Now, that was their best play of the day right there. They did that very nicely to get within 11, and if they can do more of that, now they're playing zone here.
9-2 run for the Lady Tigers after it looked like they might get run out of the gym. Harris misses a three, and it goes out of bounds.
So the game has gone slightly the other way now. And little time out there by David Chambers seems to have done a little good because they're playing with more exhilaration, and they're putting it to the Alumni a little bit here.
Crisper passing the last few minutes. Here's a three from Ward. No good. And Gonzalez with the rebound. .240 to go in the first half. Alumni leading 30-19. Bounce pass to Dudley Adams is turned over, and then it's thrown right back to the Alumni. And Harris puts it in off glass. Tricky angle. That's 13 for Harris.
Tough shot there. Tricky angle, as you said, because it looked like maybe she was going to bank it, and never did. It just went in off the angle.
So three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Irby. And Herbie runs over Chavez.
She might have been moving a little bit, but they picked out the fact that she had her feet planted, and they called a foul on Irby there. I think she got the call because she just kind of ran over her a little bit.
That's what it looked like.
They're running their offense a little more here. Double pump scoop there.
And a foul.
On the loose ball, it's going to be against the current Tigers. But you like to see them trying to run their offense, trying to size it up, get a good look at the basket. It's always going to do you well when you come in those conference games where you cannot make a lot of mistakes in certain parts of the game.
I think they've been playing better the last 5 minutes or so. 1:20 to go in the first half. Harris to Dudley Adams. The shot is short. Irby tried to put it back. Dudley Adams puts it in off glass. Third time is a charm on that possession.
Yeah, Adams just stays in there with her bigger body than everybody else, and she wipes up at the end because if you don't move her out of there, she's going to get to the loose ball. We always used to talk nice about Dudley Adams when she played for the regular team, and she always thanked us. Fine young lady. And her parents thanked us, too. That's a three-pointer right there.
34-22.
That gets them back within 12 right away, so that was a good shot.
Harris puts up a three. Off the mark. She was feeling it this half, though. Chavez lost the handle on it, and it's taken away after Ayala couldn't corral it. Irby up ahead to Dudley Adams. Down to 10 seconds. Dudley Adams for three. Air ball. Irby tries to save it. It's heading out of bounds. And Queensboro will have it with 2 and 9/10 seconds left.
You got to get it up right across the midcourt line there and try to get a shot real quickly if you can.
Make sure they don't lose the final 3 seconds.
And they roll it in so they don't use the clock, because you don't run the clock till she touches the ball. But they were running the clock, which you can't do.
Should be 2.9.
Now it'd be funny if one of these alumni girls comes up and just grabs the ball as it's rolling.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And here's Irby trying to beat the buzzer. Almost. But you called it.
Well, you can't telegraph that. You know, she knows that's going to happen, so she went after the ball.
Irby saw that and was, well, if you're going to roll it to her like that, and okay.
I have time to get there.
So at halftime, 34-22 Alumni. Second half about to begin. Alumni leading 34-22. They scored 17 points in each of the first two quarters. They led by as many as 18. Gonzalez going to the basket and misses. The Lady Tigers trying to get a little something going here. There's an offensive board by Ayala. And Chavez misses.
And we having another problem with, well, they called a foul. They did blow the whistle for a foul, and then
I think it was a shot clock issue.
Another one? Yeah, I think you're right. It's going to be inbounded from the near side anyway.
Chavez takes a three. No good. Ayala there with the rebound. She misses. Chavez with the rebound, and she puts it in. And we have a 10-point game.
Chavez, Johnny on the spot there, getting to the ball.
7 points for Chavez. That was no good. And Ward hits the floor. So they can make this a single-digit game.
Yeah, we'll see how she does from the line, too, which is important, as we stated.
Ward short on the first. Ward splits the free throws, 34-25. Gonzalez almost slipped. Up ahead to Chavez. And Chavez is fouled. And she'll go to the line for two.
Smallest alumni on the court grabbed her as she was going in for that layup. Just grabbed her a little bit. She'll go to the line.
Make her earn it from the charity stripe. And Chavez misses the first. Got to make those and get back in the game. Makes that one.
So 2 of 4 from the line they are so far in the second half. We'll keep count of it for you.
Well, that 18-point lead is down to 8.
With those 2 free throws, it would be 6.
Mm-hmm. Dudley Adams to the basket and puts it in. That's 6 for her. (36-26), almost 2 minutes into the third quarter. Alumni in that 2-3 zone. Ayala misses. And Dudley Adams with it. Thought about the three, had it tipped, but it goes to Harris. And Harris barreling into the lane, and a blocking foul is called.
And a lot of collision on that one there.
Mm-hmm. Harris and Dudley Adams would have a lot of good collisions. And you know who's another? Giselle Prentice was another one. Remember her?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, they're not afraid to get involved in those collisions either.
Harris makes the first. Splitting the free throws, it's 37-26. Almost a backcourt violation. Nice footwork by Ward. Chavez for three, no good. Johnson the rebound. Her shot is off the mark. She gets another one. No good. She's taking those from the free throw line. And the ball goes to the Alumni. Well, Lady Tigers had a few chances.
Yes, they did. And they'll come back up court now and try to defend again. And it's a process of learning how to play this game and trying to play it from behind right now.
Gonzalez put it on the floor. Nice spin move by Harris. Gives it up, a three-pointer, no good, and Johnson with the rebound. Chavez rips it away.
They got after the basketball. They were going after it, and then they were able to reestablish their positions, which is good. And
Ward misses. Harris got behind the defense, gives it up to Irby. Irby off glass. Irby has 10 points. It's 39-26.
They ran that fast break very nicely, the Alumni there.
And Harris is behind the defense. There we go. And here's Harris. Irby. Irby again. And timeout taken.
Timeout, yeah. They need a timeout to discuss what just happened and how it happened. Not able to make the shot down this end, and then not getting back defensively, and it turned into about 4 quick points there.
You work and an 18-point lead becomes an 8-point lead, and all of a sudden it's back up to 15 after a 7-0 run.
So you must get back on defense and make sure that they don't get those easy twos, because now you're really playing from behind. You got 6:12 to go in the third quarter. You're down by 15 points here.
That was twice in a row that Harris got behind the defense.
Well, they're learning some lessons here today. Let's be honest about it. I mean, if you don't play as a team for that long, there are some things that are going to happen that you have to learn not to let happen. And a couple of times, David Chambers has had to call those timeouts and remind them of their inefficiency and what they're not doing.
Well, good timeout before it gets too out of hand. Plus, the Alumni get a little breather.
Which they can use, I'm sure.
Harris on the bench for a few minutes. Game high 14 points for Latasha Harris.
But you don't have like a Dominique Williams here, or
no, she's been here a few times in the past.
Not today, though. I mean, not today.
No. Ward misses. Ayala there. She misses. And Gonzalez with the rebound and foul called.
Yeah, things are changing, David. Time's going by, and everybody at the table is different now that are, keeping the stats and the things. So, it just keeps going by time. It does not hold up for anybody.
Queensborough's got a shot at the CUNY playoffs as the Alumni turn it over, because no LaGuardia, so there are only 5 teams in CUNY. And then if Kingsborough still struggles again.
I don't understand that one. I mean, they were doing very well, and not to have the program this year. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Ward will go to the line for 2.
And I know the CUNY is always striving for consistency, according to the illustrious leader, Zach, but they're not getting it right now, in a way, I only said that because I know him for a long time, so. I knew him when he was just Zach Gifkovich, but he's done a good job, but I'm sure he's not happy with that. He'd like to see them come back and defend their title, but I don't know what the ins and outs of that are, and I shouldn't even be getting into it, but I don't understand it, basically.
41-27. Alumni looking to extend the lead. Shot is short. Chavez coming back the other way.
I went down to the CUNY final last year at,
nice move by Chavez.
Nice move by Chavez. I went down to the CUNY final there at Nat Holman Gym. I mean, this setup was very nice last year. Good for TV. They had good court coverage. Very nice. That's the senior teams. And the junior college teams are always on a very good field over there at BMCC, or they play it at Kingsborough sometimes. So when you have that kind of success, I can't see why they can't field a team this year.
Johnson banks it in. Back to a 10-point game.
Yep.
Hanging around. They've never let this get too out of hand. It's never reached 20. That shot is off. Dudley Adams with the offensive board in the basket.
Nice basket by Dudley. She just latched onto that ball. Nobody to stop her.
Wore it all the way and kind of half blocked and half just ripped away.
Never even got close to getting that up.
Shot is off. Chavez hit the floor for it. Goes to Dudley Adams.
The regular current Tigers, they're playing this game in spurts. And now they're within 12 again, and see if they can maintain any consistency.
Johnson had it ripped away by Irby. And Irby's going to go all the way and lay it in off glass.
Yeah, she was trying to make a move, and Irby just got in her path and just stripped the ball, took the ball away from her.
14 for Irby. Chavez, a three.
That's exactly what they needed right there. Pull them back within 11 and get the fire lit again, at least.
Irby tied Latasha Harris with 14 points for the game high. Maybe Irby wants this player of the game. Ball to QCC. 45-34 Alumni, 2:41 to go in the third quarter. Chavez missed a long shot and got her own rebound, got another rebound. Ayala, it's good. Jocelyn Ayala makes it 45-36, and timeout called by the Alumni.
Now they're on a little bit of a spurt here. I can't call it a run, but they
10-4. Yeah.
They've dropped a little off that lead, and they're looking more aggressive now, so it's down to 9 points, and they can play themselves back into this game for real. See if they can maintain that, what they've been doing. The LaGuardia Hawks, as you said, the women won last year's tournament, so they won't be back in the fold. And then,
yeah, I think the women won 2 years ago, right? And the men won the last two. The two-time defending champions on the men's side.
Oh, who won last year for the women?
Need a second to think who did win last year.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to eliminate each team, but not them, not them.
Well, anyway, it's going to be another tough year to beat the people at the top because
Hostos won.
Yeah, well, Hostos and Bronx are basically there usually, and LaGuardia had a very good squad, a very good team. They were on top in the regular season, and a well-coached team. So.
And see where those coaches end up. I don't know where Anthony Alfaro is coming or going.
He's a good coach and
nice
good
guy.
Teacher.
Yeah. And Manchoba Pond is an assistant at Nassau.
He'll probably do a lot of teaching in the meantime. He's a smart fella, and see what happens. Shobapan, you said, is another assistant coaching job, so. Yeah, I have a stat sheet here with Ben's name on it from 2001.
I'd like to see that as Johnson is fouled.
No.
1:46 to go in the third quarter.
There's old Ben playing with Jeff Boone and a host of others that will not come to mind right away. They at the time I think these stats came out, I think they were 1-5 overall on their regular record.
Johnson splits the free throws, 45-37.
They were 1-7. Wow. They were having a real tough year. So.
Irby misses. The ball goes to Chavez. Hey, Queensboro can make it a 5 or 6 point game here. They're right in this with 1:25 to go in the third quarter.
They worked their way back in, bless their little hearts.
All the way, shot was too strong.
As John Sterling says, bless their pea-picking little hearts.
Ward. Bounce pass to Chavez. Chavez, turnaround jumpers. They forgot to reset the clock.
We're going to have a problem with the clock again, it appears. Get the ball under the basket for Dudley Adams. Was that a violation?
No. But
no?
she happened to miss the shot and it went out of bounds, so the Alumni have it. With 1 minute to go in the third quarter, they lead by 8.
Well, how are they going to maintain this lead? They really haven't done much offensively lately. And there's Adams almost losing the ball off her foot, but
maybe a few more threes from Harris.
And they have Harris back in the game here, so a couple of more layups from Irby, but really better job by the current Lady Tigers on defense.
Harris left alone for three. She misses, but there's Irby.
Yeah.
And she misses, and Irby gets it back and misses again, and Irby gets it back again and misses again.
How do you like that? The two culprits we were talking about just went right to work there, and now they get a tie-up.
They miss.
Irby just couldn't get it to go. She was there at 3 times with her longer arms. Think
Ward
he can make it 6. She took an extra step there. Ward has that problem at times. She
have to limit the turnovers.
Controlled her feet with her move, with her basic move that she's making.
Alumni can hold for the final shot of the third quarter if they want to. 10 seconds to go. Here's Irby. Bounce past Dudley Adams. 5 seconds. 3 seconds in the lane, up and under, and it's good. 47-37.
10-point lead, and they'll come out of the quarter in reasonably good shape. But once again, the Tigers are making a little run here, and we'll see if they can bring it down. You have one more quarter to do it.
Queensboro actually outscored the Alumni 15-13 in that third period.
They're going to have to outscore them by more than 10 now if they want to win this game in this quarter. So that's not going to be enough, David. But it's nice to see that they made up some on that margin because they were 15 points down.
We were worried it might be a runaway.
At one point. Well, the officials have been busy today, more than you'd normally expect them to be, you know.
A lot working on the shot clock.
Yeah. You don't expect them to be quite as busy in an alumni tilt, but they've they've had a number of situations where they've stepped in and had to resurrect things.
The women's side of the game, you get that extra few timeouts with the quarters instead of the two 20-minute halves.
Do people know the NBA officials like they used to in terms of knowing them facially and in name? Because we used to know all the NBA.
Only when they mess up, and then you can't help but avoid it.
Some of the NBA refs used to be legendary too.
Mendy Rudolph.
Yeah. And I was just wondering if people pay a lot of attention to the players now, and they don't really watch that stuff as much.
Somebody over there is ready for them to continue play. It says 47-39 now. I don't know where 39 came from.
I don't know if you know, but did the Warriors win last night? Because they were having a tough time.
I think they did. They started playing well in the third quarter. I don't know what the final score was.
Yeah, they're not playing very well at this juncture, but I see two other teams in the final, I'll be honest with you.
I think it's supposed to be 47-37, and they just added 2 points to Queensboro. I don't know where that came from.
It's supposed to be 45-37, and it's 47-39. So.
Well, I had it 47-37.
Well, anyway, they just moved the 8 in another direction, the 8-point lead. Nice pass. She couldn't hit. Wasted that nice pass. That was a nice pass in there.
That makes up for the 2 points that they had given for nothing.
She's going to take the 3, Adams. Nope.
Irby is there with the putback. 16 points for Nyasia.
How'd she get in there? How did she get in there?
She always seems to get those offensive boards for a girl that's not that tall.
Looked like she was covered up. Now a bad shot. See, they let it get away again. Here's Irby again.
She's hit a bunch of those today. 18 points.
They let it get away again, David. They were coming back, and now they're struggling again.
As you said, they've played this game in spurts.
Now take that one shot and then let the Alumni go to work again.
And it has been one and done on the offensive possessions for Queensboro.
And now the Alumni, as their experience will have it, will work the ball and work that clock and get good shots.
Irby with 20 points.
She scored 6 points in a hurry, I think.
How about her and Harris have combined for 34? Alumni in that 2-3 zone.
Oh, it's all Alumni again now. They're leading by 14. And another steal.
And Irby is fouled, making her mark on this game in the last few minutes.
Yeah, they had to catch up to her, and the only way they could do that was to maybe grab her a little bit. She was quite far ahead.
The good thing about the foul is you make her make 2 free throws, because sometimes we see they reach in and commit a foul and it's a 3-point play. So either let them have the layup or foul where they can't get it off.
Boy, could we use an Irby on this squad now. She's an Alumni, unfortunately. Very aggressive player, Irby.
No ringers allowed?
Nope.
Okay.
Can't bring them back. Oh, she missed that free throw by a country mile there. Can't bring them back after their sophomore year. That's it. You have to move on
to 2 years
to another institution.
And Ward called for traveling, as you said. That plagues her at times.
And they're being plagued by several things again. Quick shots, no rebounds, and a few turnovers, and a couple of giveaways. So when you're doing all that, how can you get back in the game? You can't do it.
Harris for 3, and it's good.
And now the Alumni are kind of picking them apart a little bit. And that 3 was one dagger. That was tough.
Well, competition who's going to finish with more points, Irby or Harris. High arcing 3 is no good.
And again, they're 1 and out. They're 1 and out.
A 10-0 run. I think Lady Tigers running out his steam a little bit in this final quarter. As Dudley Adams hits a 3. She's got 11
hit that
points.
Shot,
Yep.
yeah. So they're leading now by, look at that, 21-point lead now. In no time, they built that lead. I thought it was wrong at first when I looked at it, but 21 points because it happened rather quickly.
So happens when one team makes everything and the other team misses everything for 4 minutes. It's a 3-pointer, no good. And a turnover and a basket. Steamrolling here in the fourth.
Everything has gone wrong over the past 3 minutes. You know, Ward almost traveled again, but she was able to make the move and then missed.
6 minutes to go in this Alumni game. I think we got a good effort from the Alumni because they didn't play each other first and then have to team up, and you already play a game and you get worn out. We saw with the men last week, they played against each other and then hung in for a half against the new guys, and then the second half, they ran out of steam. Ward loses it, lost the handle on it. Still trying to get on the board in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez coming in for Dudley Adams. So a fun day for the Alumni and the evaluation day for David Chambers. As Harris almost lost it out of bounds and stayed in off the ref, who is inbound. Five minutes to go. Going all the way and missing. And Chavez with the offensive board. Brown along two is no good. Lady Tigers going cold here in this fourth quarter. And they pass on the easy shot and go outside for a tougher shot and miss.
Yeah, they have not gotten any inside shots, and the outside shot's not going, and they're getting one shot, and then the Alumni coming down and making good on most of their plays here.
Irby, good defense from Chavez.
Irby continues to be a problem in there getting those rebounds. Well, the ball game's basically over, but you'd like to see the young Tigers do some good things before it closes out.
Hey, there's Ward for three.
That's a three-pointer, and it only gets them to within 20. So, you know, they have to do a lot more good in the final 4 minutes here.
22, this women's Alumni game was a lot earlier than they usually do it. Usually the women's game is in November.
Yeah.
Maybe that was one of the reasons for the smaller turnout than usual. I don't know.
Maybe.
Ward, another three, and it's good. She's feeling it a bit. Back-to-back threes. Well, 3:25 to go. Alumni by 17. What do you make of the new team, Joe?
Well, they got work to do, and they'll do it. They'll continue to play their early schedule and see what they can come up with and try to get ready for the conference schedule. And they need a little size, and they need a little leadership at this point. But then you have Ward, and then you have others. like this girl right here who can be a good player for them.
Nice move inside. There's 8 straight points from QCC.
And she can be a good player right there, number 34. So, it's going to take a little time, a little patience for David, and it's a good game to be involved in because you're playing against girls that just graduated, and
Gonzalez puts it in.
And they're pretty good players, some of these girls.
Him making the score respectable the last few minutes with that 8-0 run. I think the offensive continuity that we spoke a little about will be big because, on defense, for the most part, you're going to be throwing the 2-3 zone at people.
Well, you got to have an understanding of what you're doing and how you're getting back in the game, and you got to continue to do that. And they are not able to consistently stay on that message because Chambers called timeout a couple of times, got them back playing together well, and then they come take the one shot, and then they don't get back, and it is turned into what you see now, a 17-point lead. She kept taking it to the basket there until she got fouled, finally ended up on the floor.
Have a little injury timeout, little bleeding for Chavez. So Ward at the line. And that'll be another thing as we go into the season. Improve the free throw shooting.
Yeah, improve the free throw shooting.
Frustrating, they leave about 10 or 12 points at the line during a game. The other team comes in. They never seem to miss when they need to make one.
Well, you get into playing habits, and they got to get out of those habits, and it takes time, and it takes a cast of players that understand, what they're looking for, and we'll see. We'll see as they come along. If they improve, I think David would be happy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice up and under move. 64-50. We got 1:15 remaining in this Alumni game.
The thing you like about it is they've never stopped playing here. They keep coming out the Alumni, and they're within 14 points now, so if they can smooth out some of the rough edges, maybe they have a little better game than they're having right now.
Even when this game seemed, in doubt, they go on an 11-2 run the last few minutes. Final minute.
And they don't seem to be down. They seem like they're up to play the game, and they're just making a few mistakes, that's all.
Hey, there's a three-pointer.
It was a nice one.
64-53. Just limit those turnovers a bit, because how many points did they give up in the fast break?
A lot. And
yeah.
And also because they weren't consistent enough to keep the lead down. So right now it looks like the Alumni has done just about everything they can do on the court today. They're not looking for anything more, so they're kind of happy with what they did.
Oh, you get out of here. They're 33 seconds away from wrapping up a win.
I think they just enjoy coming and playing and seeing what they can accomplish themselves,
seeing
being
some of the
another
old
year removed, or 2 years or 3 years.
Seeing David Chambers, Hey, they're still players. They like the competition, too.
And I'm sure they play whenever they get a chance, or wherever they get a chance. And but let's face it, you don't play on a nice court like this, and Tigers keep this very nice, and they have like a new floor and a new logo, and it's very nice.
Alumni leading 64-53 with 10 seconds left. See if they take one last shot. And it's turned over.
Well, they'll get within 9 now, and that. Oh, no, they won't.
So it'll be a double-digit game.
They love to make a liar out of me. I thought they were going to get within 9 there. Well, I think that's about all we have today, Dave.
That was a fun one, 64.
It was a good game, and I don't know if you needed all the alumni playing. I think that game was a lot of fun.
So the Alumni scored exactly 17 points in the first, second, and fourth.
Yeah, the Alumni, I think they played the game the way they had to play it. They didn't try to embarrass the young girls. They weren't out here to win by 30 points, but when they had the opportunity, they took them, and it was an interesting game in that regard, and it gives the young Tigers a little measuring stick that they have to now judge themselves against.
Well, Latasha Harris led the way early with those early three-pointers, and she finished with 17, and then Nyesha Irby kind of salted it away in the second half.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. They had 2 or 3 players attacking consistently for the Alumni, and who knew what they were doing. And when the lead got a little close, then they'd go to work a little bit. And I think they felt confident that they could get it out a little bit. So that's the difference in that game right there.
And Chavez had 13 to lead QCC.
It's because Irby was a big contributor too, and they're experienced. I mean, they lost their share of games out here, so they know about losing too, and how that feels.
Well, the final of the Alumni 64, the Lady Tigers 53. For Joe Massey, this is QCC alum David Russell. Thanks for watching.